Welcome back to Kingdom Cast. It's your host, Super Champ Chuck. We back at it with another episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share on your social media platforms. Well, they were due. They were due. So, Denver finally ends the losing streak against us. 16-game losing streak is over. They finally win by the final score of 24-9. Not a great performance whatsoever from the Chiefs. Defense did their thing. Can't really say too much about their defense doing much of anything. I mean, Snead had a rough day, but everybody else was straight. Offensively, that was an awful performance. Harrison Bucker, he's still making his kicks. McCall, yeah, that punt was really bad. But anywho, let's get to the panel. My guy Country at the top right. My guy D-Max on the bottom right. My guy Boogie's on the bottom left. So let's get to it, man. Yeah, not a great performance whatsoever. First things first, man. Like, I understand Patrick Mahomes was sick, but I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not doing it. He just won the Super Bowl. He went through a whole entire playoff run on one leg. So I'm not hearing that. He played terrible. And we got to be honest. He hasn't really looked all that good this year. He really hasn't. Like, y'all got to stop letting stats be the end-all, be-all when it comes to football, man. I know what I'm seeing on the field. We're seeing some misreads on this end, bro. It can't just be wide receivers. You can't say Sky all the damn time. I know Sky dropped a touchdown pass, but we can't blame somebody else all the damn time. Patrick got to play better. He looked like shit today. He did. Y'all got to be honest with yourselves. All right? And another thing, man, like Travis Kelce, I know they're going to use that. Him being out late on Friday, you know what I'm saying? He's at the World Series, all that. They're going to use that, Taylor Swift not being at the game. But I'm sorry. We once again did not take that team serious. And you would think this team would actually be more on point today, given the fact that we really did take them serious on Thursday night 2 weeks ago. But now, you do this not once, but twice. The entire year, you didn't take Denver serious at all. Like, you just gonna get by with like your C- or D+ game and just come out there with a win? Hell no! It's the NFL. That team is tired of losing. That team was tired of losing to us. But anywho, man. All right, I'm done. I'm done ranting for a sec. But y'all can get y'all stuff out, man. Where I want to start?
You done?
Hey, mine not working. Hold on. You good, Chuck? You got it out? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good? You sure?
Good.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I know Boogie was signaling. I thought something was wrong with my end.
Yeah, I think Boogie was going through some technical issues.
Okay.
Chuck,
Go ahead, D-Mac. I'll let you get it off. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. We could run down the entire list of everything that went wrong today. And I'll say first and foremost, Broncos did a very good job. After the first scripted drive, they really leaned into running downhill in the middle of the field or middle of the defense, using that deep play action. They were able to get a few chunk plays, and that was able to get the job done for them. And they didn't mess around with the red zone either. So that deserves to be said. The defense did a solid job, I'll say. The Chiefs, I mean, they had to, so we just, because we're playing Chiefs bingo at this point of bad Chiefs losses we've seen over the last half decade. We get the MVS fumble. We can start there. MVS fumble. We've got MVS not coming back to the ball. We got Sky not coming back to the ball. We got Mahomes' bad interception where he looked off Sky, who's open in the middle of the field, tried to force it to Kelce. We got Mahomes doing the 2021 AFC Championship game we do with all of his pirouettes in the backfield when he had to go into panic mode and bail out of clean pockets. We had a muff punt from Miko Hardman. We had linebacker injuries that continued to fuel the middle of the run offense, I should say, for the Broncos. We got Justin Reed getting lost on Cortland Sutton in the back of the end zone. And yes, I'm going to continue to say that, as well as getting lost by Jerry Jeudy. I don't give a fuck. I mean, we just continue to run down the list. And we've gone through this on a continuous basis of the last half decade. Oh, my bad. Completely unserious play calling by Andy Reid in third and short situations. And it's not just the third down and twos that we end up selling for field goals that should have been touchdown drives. It's also, even on the last drive of the game, you're going for 3rd and 2. You've got the defense off balance at playing the pass. Run the ball. Just run the ball, and you can get the first down. Instead, you're putting yourself in 4th down situations. But ultimately, and this is going to be a fact, whether people want to be honest about it or not, This game is going to be remembered for Sky Moore dropping the pass that would have given them a 5-point deficit, and the defense got a stop on the subsequent drive. He dropped that touchdown pass. He was put in the breadbasket perfectly on the 30 yards downfield by Mahomes on that 4th down, and he's dropped it. And so that's going to be a Sky Moore legacy-defining type of moment, unfortunately, and that's the truth. The reality situation is this. Does this mean that the Chiefs are a bad football team? No. The Chiefs are still the number 1 seed in the league. if you want to believe that's the truth. They still are. That they clearly have some issues as far as the pass offense on a consistent basis. As of right now, if you're going to mess up in every single aspect of the field, special teams, some defensive woes, obviously bad sneak penalties as well, and you're not going to be able to execute at the other aspects of offense, then you're going to end up losing games to a bad team. And so everything that could have gone wrong, they did go wrong, and you lost. And that's the reality situation. Shout out to Denver for getting the job done. But yeah, I'm not in full panic mode. Like the Chiefs are still one of the best teams in the league, but they need to be serious on the offensive side of the ball because they left their defense out to dry on far too many occasions, and the special teams let them down with the Miko muff punt. And bring back Washington onto the active roster, man. He was fine. Let him return punts. If you want to get a special return and have Miko do that in those situations, cool. Have Washington return punts because he was fine when he did it.
Yep, and I don't mean to hog the ball because Boogie kind of threw me off because I thought it was me having technical difficulties for a second. I didn't know who was having technical difficulties, but I got to get my shit off still. For the life
Respectfully.
of me, why the hell are we this terrible in short yardage situations? Why the hell do we not run the goddamn ball? I don't get it. I do not get it. We are throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage. We're going to run freaking summer passes with Rasheed Rice. Bruh, it is not hard. It's 32. It's 31. Run the goddamn ball. It's not hard. Kill me with this, bro. Kill me with
shit.
this, man. Like, damn. Like, I know it's a long season, but goddamn, bro. Like, damn. It's not hard. It's simple, bro. The Philadelphia Eagles run the brotherly show. No problem.
Well,
No
they had a
problem.
they
92
had problems.
percenters.
They had a problem with it today. They fumbled the snap.
Yeah, finally, but it's rare to get stopped. It's been a rare occurrence for them to get stopped on that play. Pacheco averages 6 yards a carry, and you refuse to give him the ball. God.
That's bad.
My fault. Go ahead, Country Boogie. Whoever's next. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead,
Country.
Boogie.
No, go ahead, Country.
No, I'll wait till last. After
go
that,
ahead. I insist you go next, please.
No, go ahead.
Well, I mean, same shit we've been saying for 8 weeks. Well, before I even get into this, what is a long enough time for you to be fed up with having the same problems? At what week? Is it week 10 after the bye week? When for y'all? Each one of y'all, please.
Yeah, sorry, what did you say? What was the question?
Well, let me be more specific, D-Mac. Our receivers are horrible. They've been like that all year. How much more do y'all need to see to think we need to add another receiver?
I'll say this. This wide receiver core is built up of role players. I think there needs to be tweaks in the snap allocation as it's current moment in time. But the truth is, unless you're going out and trading for a difference maker, it doesn't really matter. So are you sacrificing a second round pick at this moment in time? And are you going to trade it for the right person? Somebody has to be willing to trade a wide receiver to you.
I know where you're going from, Boogie.
So who's the? So you say D-Hop. You want to go out and trade a second round pick for D-Hop?
You can use him as an example. Go ahead.
Sure.
No, you want him.
Who do you want?
There's plenty of options. That is a good example. Go ahead. Go ahead, D-Mac.
He's going to push that agenda again, bro.
No, who do you want? I don't want to know the example.
The agenda has been pushed. The receivers haven't been good this year. Y'all keep saying
they
have not been good.
Who gonna fix it?
We using DeAndre Hopkins right now as an example. Go ahead, D-Mac. What was you gonna say?
So I mean, you've got to deal with the initial thing of you can't necessarily fit him on the cap right now. That's an issue. The secondary part of it, are you willing to sacrifice the value of a second round pick here and move forward, because you don't have there is so many holes on this team that if you're willing to give everything up, that has to be a long-term solution for you. DeAndre Hopkins is not a long-term solution.
Yeah, just a short term.
Go ahead, Boogie.
Was Scott Moore a second round pick?
He was a second round pick.
Yeah, he was.
Well, what's the problem?
Are we throwing Rashee Rice out now?
No. Man, who
Rashee
you
Rice
think
is
gonna
never-
fix? Who's gonna fix it? Who gonna fix it? I don't care about these scenarios, bro.
Rasheed
Who gonna
Rice
fix it?
has never been the
fix it,
problem.
Boogie?
We wasn't saying Rasheed Rice was the problem. We all season has been saying he's been the best receiver. Who else do we got?
So who was the wide receiver one last year?
Juju.
Rashee Rice is a better version of Juju.
Oh, absolutely.
So then, are we saying that that's the issue, or are we saying that we're having this issue right now? That's my thing.
I'm saying the receiving core overall is the issue. It's one of the bottom 5
Who
in the
gonna
league.
fix it?
Is that a true statement? Yes or no?
Who gonna fix it?
Anybody?
Yes. So Boogie,
Thank you, D-Mac.
but Boogie, my question is this: what is making it a bottom 5 unit in the league? Because if we agree that Rashee Rice is better than Juju, it's the same motherfucking wide receivers. Miko's back. Sky is here. MVS is here.
Has MVS regressed?
No,
I mean,
he's kind of the
showed
same
today.
person he's always been. He doesn't. He's not going. Wait. But Boogie, he's last year. He didn't go up for jump balls. He had troubles coming back for certain dig routes. He's the same guy he's always been.
Production wise, you telling me MVS is the same player he was last year?
But
okay,
that's
Scott Moore.
That's my point.
Yes, he is though. Y'all wanted to cut him up into the AFC Championship game. He the same guy.
Exactly.
What are y'all talking about?
He's not
He's
producing
better
like
this year than he was last year.
He got nothing from Sky last
How?
year.
Exactly.
Hold on, are we talking about MVS or Scott? Because we're talking about MVS first.
We can talk about both of them. We can talk about both of them.
We'll talk about MVS.
MVS is better this year than last year?
No,
Nobody's saying that.
Okay.
He didn't show up to the AFC Championship game. What are y'all talking about?
Country is saying that.
Yeah, no, but he's saying he didn't show up until the AFC Championship game. Which
Everybody wanted to cut MVS up into the AFC Championship game.
He was a completely boomer bust wide receiver where he either caught a deep pass during the game or he was pretty much non-existent. And that's what he's been this year.
I mean, he's always been a boomer bust wide receiver. Like
that's what he is. That's exactly what he is. But this leads to my overall point. MVS is here. Sky is here. Miko Hartman's back. You've upgraded on Juju Smith-Schuster.
And
the
look,
talent isn't different than what it was last year. It's just things are disjointed and off kilter right now. And so now you can either come out of the bye week and look better, or you can try and sacrifice your future and trade for a wide receiver one.
Sacrifice our future.
Right answer. Now, I'm not going to act like I know for sure which is the right answer, but I know that trading for a wide receiver one is very unlikely at this point in the season because people are just not trading great wide receiver ones, and B, very difficult to just sacrifice value-wise to go out and get that guy right now. It depends on what, obviously you need 2 to tango.
It's all Sky's fault. It's all
what player,
it's all Sky's fault.
What receiver on the Chiefs has got better this year?
I mean, besides Rashee
we
Rice?
said Rashee Rice is an upgraded Juju. So
no,
yeah.
Rashee Rice wasn't on the team last year.
But
what receiver? Y'all said we got the same receivers.
No,
I'm asking, out of those same receivers, none of them have regret. Nobody have progressed.
We got nothing from Sky last year, so he hasn't gotten better. We got Tony halfway through the year. He's about the same. MVS has been the same, and Watson has been the same.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think Tony is not as good as he was last year. I don't know how
we got
can
nothing
say that.
from him in the first half of the season. To be clear, we'll see what second half of the season. But he was never a high snap guy or high impact guy. He would come in for maybe like 10 plays a game and maybe catch 2 balls, and that'd be it.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's been the case with all these other guys, man, besides Rashee Rice. Like, it's like 2, maybe 3 catches from one other guy every game, bro. Like, and at the end of the day, like,
what is that?
I never even wanted him at the beginning anyway, bro. Like, MVS, I was against it anyway when he first got here. But he came through in the clutch when he needed. Came through in the clutch in AFC change, so I give him that. And I think he had one of the big games last year. But
the reality, I'm not gonna be like I never wanted MVS from the simple fact it's cool. It is what it is. He was here. He helped us win the title. It's fine. No. I'm saying from a practical standpoint, it's the same as last year. It's the same as last year. So what do you want to do?
So
I want to improve it
So again,
how?
back to the same
Who?
via a trade.
Who?
Whoever Beach can get, he's a GM. That's his job. It's not mine.
Bruh, all that magical shit. No, give me a name.
It's not
Who
magical.
gonna fix it?
Chuck.
Yes, it is. It sounds like you're looking for this magical number one wide receiver that ain't out there.
Can we talk without yelling? Can we talk without yelling?
Yes, absolutely. So let me ask this question. Let me ask this question from a different perspective then.
Okay.
If there's no wide receiver out there, Beach has made all the calls. He's called Tennessee for D-Hop. He's called for Terry McLaurin. He's called for Michael Pittman Jr. He's called all of them, and there's nobody out there.
Yep.
Does that mean that we're just not going to win a title?
You think? Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's what it comes down
with these receivers, I don't know.
If the answer is no, then the answer can be no.
Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, he said this all last year. So go ahead, continue.
And it was
you said this all last year. Go ahead.
Country, but listen. You say every game the Chiefs go win. So it don't matter if they win or lose, you always gonna say you was right. Because you won't put your name on it. You won't stamp it. You won't.
I'm right, because you said the same spiel last year.
I know.
And the year before that.
And Country, you hopped on this podcast and said,
that, it
Boogie, you was right.
He always throw the ball to Travis and Tyreek. It's always something.
Was that a true
Fix
statement?
Yes or no?
Bro. Was that
all you giving me is excuses. Okay. Fix it.
Was that a true statement? Yes or no?
What? That he only threw the ball to Travis and Tyreek?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
He got on this podcast and said it was true. Boogie, I was wrong. Do we got to pull the tape?
You have two all-pro guys you're going to throw the ball to an astronomical amount of everybody else. And now you've gone to the aspect of you have one all-pro guy and you're trying to distribute to the rest of the thing. Again, a formula that worked last year. A formula that, as far as talent is concerned, everybody else from last year is here this year. And we've improved upon the wide receiver one. So I ask again, does this mean that the Chiefs cannot win a title? In my opinion,
no, we got to get an old 30-year. We got to go get an old 35-year-old wide receiver that's going to say that.
Hold on, Country. But let me just say this: I still think that this team can win a title. I think that this team has a much better defense than did last year because these guys are older, because they're a little bit better. I think the special teams have been much better outside of obviously dropping fucking points, which kills me. And so from that standpoint, when I kind of distill it down to a zero-sum game, ultimately what you're looking at is a team that could still win a title. Would I love to have a wide receiver one in this a true number one wide receiver? Absolutely, I would love to. But I know that that's an incredibly difficult proposition and would take sacrificing a significant amount of future assets that they probably don't want to do because they want to have sustained success.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, Rasheed Rice, yeah, he the only guy performing at wide receiver right now. Here's the thing that kills me more is the goddamn play calling on third downs. Like Carrington said it best during the game today. We could be the most dangerous team in the NFL on 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, whatever. But on 3rd and short, we gotta be one of the stupidest motherfuckers in the National Football League.
Absolutely,
it kills me. It kills me.
So then,
well,
if this game is 14-14 in the second quarter, or you continue throughout because we ended the game with another field goal. I mean, we probably win this game if the play calling changes. If you call this game like it's a playoff game, we win this game.
This the fucking Broncos, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's the problem, bro.
They gave up 70 fucking points to the Dolphins.
And we called this game. We called this game like we were playing the elementary school team.
Yeah, both.
You know what's funny, man? You know what's funny? When we did the schedule, a lot of people had us losing this game, and now that we lost the game, Panic City, oh God, it's every year with y'all, bro. It's the same.
Yeah, some people just don't. Thing. Some people just not go say whatever for the Chiefs every week, like you, bro. Some of us are.
You said the Chiefs were gonna win this week, right? You had to win it.
But before the season,
what you talking about?
Lose. So what you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Before the season, I picked the Chiefs to lose this game.
Okay, so they lost it. What's the problem?
How they lost? Didn't Chuck say something about his eyes?
What?
We had 5 turnovers, dude.
Let's talk
We
about
had 5 turnovers. The whole team, the offense played bad. Your quarterback played bad. Your receiver dropped the ball. It was 5 turnovers. We didn't get no offense. Okay, it happens. But I ain't about to trade my second round pick for some old ass wide receiver in Tennessee.
I know, because you said D-Hop was too old this year, and he got more yards than every receiver.
What is he doing now?
He got more yards than every receiver on the Chiefs, dude.
Is Tennessee contending?
Well,
D-Hop
did.
Exactly. Are they in the playoff picture?
Man.
So what is he doing for their
That's
team?
nasty work,
What is he doing for their team?
That's nasty.
What is he doing for their team?
That's nasty.
That's not nasty. It's the truth. He's not even contributing to the team. They're not even good.
He had 3 touchdowns today.
Yeah, and they beat the Falcons. Whoop-de-doo. Wow.
We just lost to the Broncos.
I knew you were going to say.
And what's the Broncos record?
Stop it.
What's the Broncos record?
I don't care, bro. What do you mean? We didn't match the intensity. We had 5. Nah, everybody can talk, but when it's my turn to talk,
sorry,
you talking over everybody.
Okay,
because y'all saying what you saying makes no sense.
Show me in the comments.
Throw your second round pick away to go get a 40-year-old wide receiver in Tennessee who's getting garbage time yards and stats.
Hey, Chuck,
he actually was the reason why they won today.
Nasty work. Nasty work.
But they beat the Falcons.
Nasty work, bro. Man.
Chuck, between
nah, y'all just want to stick to this narrative, bro. It's not right. What are y'all talking about?
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Somebody talking logical. Okay, we just lost to the Broncos, but you bragging about Tennessee beating Atlanta.
Yeah, when your quarterback threw 5. Your quarterback had how many turnovers? How many times your quarterback? Nigga, answer the question. How many turnovers your quarterback had?
He had 3 today.
3. Man, never mind. Forget it, bro. I'm just gonna relax and not say nothing because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
You can't.
But I prove y'all wrong every year.
I know.
Every year. Same conversation.
I'll play the mediator.
I'll see you then. I'll see you then, bud. I did it last year. Same. You had the same spill when we lost to Tennessee.
Thank you, comment section, man. Call it even, man. That's all I do. I call it even, man.
The truth is somewhere.
But they're not winning. You can put up all the stats you want. Who cares if you're not winning? Are they winning? Are you scared of Tennessee?
Go ahead, D-Mac, please.
Are you scared of No. Are you scared of Tennessee? Hey, bro. Nah, see, he about to piss me off.
No, country, please.
He's about to piss me off, bro.
I want you to go.
Because you want to laugh because you don't have no answers.
I'm not laughing.
I'm asking for answers, bro. You don't have no fixes. All you got is panic, bro. Every year you do the same shit. Every year.
Okay.
Every year.
Mm-hmm.
Every year. And then you're gonna jump back on 3 weeks later once we beat Miami and in Philadelphia, you're gonna be right back where you was.
Jump back
every
on
year.
Where I'm gonna jump back
every year, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. You good.
Oh, okay.
You good.
Where I'm gonna jump back to though?
I'm upset, man. Pacheco had 5 yards of carry, and he had 8 fucking carries. Javonte Williams.
It's a constant thing, D-Mac. It's a constant thing, bro.
He had 5 yards of carry. You give him 8 carries. 8.
What they got to do with the wide receiver room, bro?
Oh, it kills me. Look, here's as far as the whole DeAndre Hopkins thing, the truth is somewhere in the middle. You can't blame him for Tennessee not being competitive. He did pretty much single-handedly win that game for him today because he went off on the Falcons secondary. But there's also the secondary part of it of when you are putting your assets in certain places and using them possibly unwisely, you lead to a team that's not as good. And that means that you're paying DeAndre Hopkins a lot of money and the team isn't all that good and they continue to lose games. It's similar to the conversation of, Tyreek Hill is the best player on the Miami Dolphins. He is on pace to have over 2,000 yards. It is going to be a spectacular season for him. The Chiefs are holding him back. No, the Chiefs had him as the 4th best player on a championship team where the Dolphins are simply a playoff team. There is a difference in those two things. That's my only point. Only thing I have to say as far as
I got a question for you though, D-Mac.
Go ahead.
Is because we're using D-Hop as the example, is it more the draft pick or the contract for you at this point?
Well, I mean, they signed him outright. We were not in a position to give him that money, and ultimately he was looking for it. As far as what I'm willing to give for him, If they want to trade him for a 4th-round pick, sure. Day 3 picks are lottery tickets as far as I'm concerned. Trade it away.
So it's more the contract right now for you.
Well, yeah, because the contract is a hindrance that I can't necessarily calculate. I'm not Mike Bergonzi. I don't know the cap well enough to know if they can make that work or not. But ultimately, if you can trade a 4th-round pick for him, sure. And I said the same thing for him when he was coming out of the Cardinals. I didn't want to trade a whole pick for him because I knew that they were eventually going to have to cut him. But I'm not trading a premium pick for him. The future success of this team is too important from that standpoint. If you go into this next draft, and I'm not saying that this is necessarily going to happen, but you go into this next draft and you know that you have clear holes at wide receiver and left tackle. You feel great about another tackle prospect in the 2nd round. You feel great about a wide receiver prospect in a loaded class in the 1st round. Somebody like Xavier Worthy or Troy Franklin or Rome falls to you in the 1st round. All of a sudden, you've solved your 1st round your wide receiver 1 problem, and you've got your left tackle of the future. The value there compared to trading for half a season DeAndre Hopkins isn't even close, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm not necessarily trading a premium pick for that. And again, it comes back to the other zero-sum part of this is I don't think that this team can't win a title. Because I already know the wide receivers are the same as it was last year when you won a title. And we improved on the wide receiver 1. Everything else has to improve. You can't call games like you're playing a Pop Warner team. If you call games like that, then you're going to lose when you bullshit on other areas.
Thanks.
Can I ask a question?
Sure, country.
So everybody's been using this magical word trust. So we're going to trade for a guy and then Mahomes automatically trusts him right off the gate?
He a Hall of Famer, dude. What?
He don't know him, no. He just trusts him out the gate?
Hell yeah. Are you crazy?
How, Boogie? How?
Hold on.
Scott
Can I answer your question?
In his daughter's bedroom during training camp. He don't trust him yet.
Can I answer your question? You asked the question. D-Mac, you can go first. Go ahead, D-Mac. Go ahead, D-Mac.
I'm going to say this. Again, the truth is somewhere in the middle. Yes, there is a point of will Mahomes trust new wide receivers and getting on the same page of that. But also we've seen wide receivers like MVS and Scott struggle doing the technical wide receiver things that they need to do to earn said trust. When you get the ball thrown to you, catch the fucking ball. When you have dig routes, come back to the ball like you're supposed to as a wide receiver. Those things are in trust. When you have a catch 30 yards down the field, put in your breadbasket with the cornerback on you, catch the ball. That's the difference. So you have to earn that trust. Now, of course, the chemistry as far as DeAndre Hopkins is concerned, I think that if you traded for DeAndre Hopkins, they would figure it out over the 2nd half of the season, personally.
Just off the ground, they running. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good at playing wide receiver. That is just the true fact.
Yeah, so he's on a different level in comparison to Sky and MVS. So that's not a problem. We just had Tyreek Hill here. So if we did get D-Hop there, I don't think chemistry would be an issue, personally. Because D-Hop know how to do some of the technical stuff.
There would be an acclimation period. There would be an acclimation period. Go ahead, Boogie.
Yeah.
I think the two things why it will work is one, what D-Mac just said, D-Hop got some of the best hands in the NFL, right? Two, he's not coming here this is an all-pro Hall of Fame resume type player. Mahomes is not going to treat him like he treats receivers we drafted that didn't even play receiver in college. And these type of receivers, they're not, like Chuck said, they're not on the same level. This is a 1,200 yard a year type of receiver, and he done did it with. Look at the quarterbacks he done did it with throughout his whole career. He's had like a good quarterback like 2 years of his whole career, man. So you think he's gonna get with Mahomes and suddenly it's not gonna work out? I don't understand why would anybody think D-Hop and Mahomes wouldn't work?
I understand having questions about it, but I'd ultimately land on the side that it would figure itself out eventually.
So what was your question be? The playbook?
If Mahomes is going to actually throw in the ball in certain situations, because Mahomes does have an issue right now forcing the ball to Kelsey. And you can understand why. Again, we've gone through this on a consistent basis. These wide receivers have let him down. They lead the league in drops, not coming back to the football when they should be. And Kelsey is his safety blanket, so he's going to continue to do that. That will get him in trouble occasionally.
They got him
he
in
did
trouble
today,
today.
yeah.
He choked through an interception because the wide receiver was wide open, but he forced it to Kelsey and around 3 dudes.
As a fact.
Mhm.
But they've also
Young, we're not looking at the problem.
so
The
what's the
problem is 1-5. Period. We got to start pointing the finger at this guy sometime.
So you
I know he's great. I know he's the first ballot Hall of Famer. I know he's broken every single quarterback record, but this dude has off games consistently.
Yeah.
He ain't been playing at his level all year. You said this last week, Boogie. Don't laugh. You said this last year. Mahomes has not been playing to a Mahomes level at all this year.
That is
you
true.
backtracking off of that, or are we just lying? Can we check the tape on that one?
I said something.
Never mind, bro. What? Never mind.
Oh, okay.
You right.
All right.
But nah,
You
I
right.
said it. I said
You
it
fucking right, bro. Yeah, you right.
So he
said
played.
show.
Yeah. So are we saying that he was bad in the Jags game?
It depends, D-Mac.
Oh yeah.
Are you saying
play all that great there either?
Because
we're talking about?
For me personally, I had a much bigger issue with the play calling in the Jags game and the situational stuff. I thought it was god awful.
Is it the play calling or the quarterback?
It's both. But I think it's more.
So if you go trade for D-Hop, is the play calling gonna get better because he walked in the door, or it's still gonna be shitty play calling?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Damn.
I don't think it's 50-50 Mahomes. I don't think it's 50-50 Mahomes in the play calling. That's y'all saying that. I don't believe that. That's not me.
I'm more so on the side of play calling, and I say this specifically because of the output. Like again, you leave 8 points on the board to start the first half. This is a completely different game. If you call the right play calls in those situations, the game is completely different. So for me, it's about this is very difficult to parse out, but it's like 60% situational play calling because all of that cascades into future points. It's like 25% wide receiver issues outside of Rashee Rice and Justin Watson.
That's 85. Okay.
And then about 15% Mahomes not being all-time great Mahomes instead of just being a regular great quarterback this year. In comparison to everybody else in the
I might be able to agree with that percentage, D-Mac. I might be able to agree with that.
I personally think it's a little higher for Mahomes.
Which one?
Which part? For Mahomes.
Yeah, I think it's 25 Mahomes personally. I think it's personally. I don't expect him to be perfect every game, but dude, like, dog, you really just off right now, bro. And like Country mentioned earlier, just a little earlier, not so long ago, he is having the issue forcing the ball to 87, man. Like Denver did a great job of taking away the middle of the field today. They did a much better job. Like, okay, we're not gonna do this again. Like they finally learned. Like, look, you can't just keep leaving the middle of the field open and constantly getting beat. So them linebackers actually played pretty decent today. I mean, Josie Jill had a few holding calls on Travis, you know what I'm saying? Because Travis was routing him up some. But at the same time, you know, you saw guys like Singleton, he was putting hits on everybody. And everybody else on the back end played solid for the most part. So, yeah, I mean, I credit Denver's defense on that.
For that comment, there's like 3 Darnell Mooney's on this team right now. It's not moving the needle, dog.
Darnell Mooney, come on, man. We got to stop that.
You either
stop bringing up these mid-ass wide receivers.
You either are trading for a wide receiver 1 or you're wasting your time and picks.
Man, he on the same level as MVS to me. Come on.
Oh man.
So Chuck, I'll ask the same question. Do you think that this team can't win the Super Bowl?
No, I think we can still repeat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just mad that we didn't take this team serious this time.
I agree.
That's the issue I have today. Like, dog, I understand on Thursday Thursday night 2 weeks ago, y'all didn't take them serious, and y'all really wasn't trying to show much or anything. Y'all just trying to get out of there just because it was a short week and everything. But dog, y'all had a week to prepare for this team. Y'all knew this team was hungry to finally get a win. But y'all just looked like shit. Y'all look like y'all just didn't care, bro. Y'all just didn't care about Denver at all this year, bro.
Yeah, they didn't.
That's the shit that pissed me off.
And look, if you're gonna play a team twice, and not just any team, a team that you've beaten 16 straight times, that you've continued to shit on throughout the entire history of Mahomes' era, and you don't take them serious twice, they probably gonna get your ass at home when they're at home. That's the way divisional games work. No matter how good you are and how bad they are, they probably gonna get your ass if you don't take them seriously. The Bills fucked around and found out in New England. Patriots ass. They went in there thinking that they could not take them seriously. They got them in the middle of the field and killed them and got a win. The Eagles almost fucked around and found out. They fucked around and found out last year not taking Commanders seriously, and they lost an undefeated record. Sometimes this shit happens in divisional games when you don't take the team seriously. But I will say this, and I am very serious about this. They better be fucking on it in Germany.
Quinn, shut up.
Because you cannot come out here with this type of effort. And I don't care.
Time out. My fault, D-Mac. Why Quinn had to shut up on that comment?
Because we not gonna run the. Shut up. You on here every week talking about run the ball, and all of a sudden you saying run the ball? Stop it, man.
We should run the ball.
Come back, stupid now. So come on now.
Why they gotta be stupid, man? Why we gotta
go
out?
That's stupid, bro. You be on here every week saying run the ball. Now niggas say you gonna run the ball. You gonna run the ball.
Why we can't be respectful, man?
Man, stop.
Why we can't be respectful, man?
My bad. D-Mac, go ahead, bro.
No, let him talk. Don't mute him.
Yeah, come on, man. Hold on. We gotta be respectful, man. Come on.
Do not mute my mic, bro. Don't do that, bro. Please, tell me. Do not do that, bro.
Nancy Grayston.
I'm saying that sounds silly though. Do that sound silly though, D-Mac?
I understand.
Every week Chuck come on here and say run the ball. Then Quinn say you gotta run the ball. And he gonna say, yeah, that's gonna work. You complain about it every week. What are you talking about?
We complain about the receivers every week too.
Andy,
I know what's going
exactly.
So what you mean?
Okay, so here's the thing that y'all not doing. How do you fix it instead of just bitching all the time?
How do you fix it, bro? We not
fix it then, Boogie. How do you do it better? How do you fix it? How do you fix it, bro? Bro, I need solutions. I don't need no rhetorical shit. How do you fix it? Fix it.
Their solution is running the ball.
He don't want
that. Run the ball, bro.
He don't want it. D-Mac, he don't want it.
I agree with that.
They not gonna run the ball.
I agree with you.
You knew before that. Bro, I'm out, bro.
No, you're right. You are completely
go
right.
ahead,
I'm out. Y'all right. Y'all right. I'm good, bro.
No, don't leave. Don't leave.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Look, man. He's not wrong. They're not going to run the ball because Andy Reid is your head coach.
Oh, man.
The reality of the situation. He's not going to run the ball until he has to in the playoffs when he has to win. What I was going to say is that they have to be very fucking serious when they go to Germany against Miami. Because Miami easily can embarrass them. I obviously we like this defense a lot. They have not necessarily seen a challenge to this point, as well as Miami's offense can play. So you're going to have to put up points. So the offensive play calling has got to be completely fucking serious, and Mahomes has to play better. Hopefully he's not sick. So yeah, that you can't come out here with this type of effort and then go to Germany and lay another egg, because then I'm gonna have some serious questions about you going into the bye.
Yeah, and I expect them to play a lot better in Germany. That's what I expect. But that is just disappointing that they just decided not to take this same opponent serious within a 3-week span. That's the part that pisses me off. Like, is it gonna affect us down the line? No, but I definitely would have liked to seen a better effort today, offensively. Now, if Denver would have won the game and we had scored a few more points, then okay, cool. I would have tipped my hat to Denver completely. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that the play calling sequences, the fundamental mistakes, overall, it just pissed me off today. Like, that's like, you can't waste a defense like this, bro. Like, you can't let your defense down like that. Defense was busting their ass for all 60 minutes, and Denver's offense barely did anything. Like, a few points they did score, we spotted on field position because McCole muffed the punt.
Yep.
So,
I mean, if McCole doesn't muff a punt, if Sky Boy doesn't drop that pass, if MVS doesn't fumble,
I was gonna say, D-Mac, we can do that all day if you want to do them, because.
But that tells you a little bit about everything that had to go wrong today just to lose this game, and it's the truth.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Do y'all think there is a? Do you think the I can't get the word. Do you think we are figured out on offense?
I mean, yes and no. You know what I'm saying? my thing is this, like Country said earlier before he left, man. I mean, part of it is Patrick Mahomes' fault, man. Like Patrick is not playing up to the standard that he's used to playing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's part of it. Like I blame Matt Nagy in certain situations. I blame Andy Reid in certain situations. Short yardage play calling. You know what I'm saying? It's all in one melting pot. But I know one thing: it's got to get better for the back nine schedule, and it's got to get better in Germany. It should get better starting in Germany too.
Let's pivot a little bit away from the offense. Well, from the receivers. Let me ask y'all, what y'all thought about the offensive line today? Because I know D-Mac, you a little higher on Juwan than I am. So, and I'm not just talking about him, just period, the offense. Offensive line, what y'all think?
I think the offensive line was fine today. Throughout the game, they generally were giving Mahomes plenty of time. Even on the strips of fumble sacks, Mahomes had 4 seconds-ish to throw the ball, and they just keep rushing. And like I said, after Sky dropped that, well, it was so there's things when you can see it's like it's gonna be a bad explanation, but it's like when you have a cup that's filling up with water, and you just see like, okay, if we get to a certain threshold, then we're gonna have some issues. When Mahomes starts doing that pirouette shit, it works for a time, and you can see, okay, we can make some plays, but you're approaching that threshold until you get to 2021 AFC Championship game bullshit, and then it turns bad. And you can tell after Scott dropped that pass, you cross fully into he doesn't trust anything he's seeing. He doesn't trust throwing the ball to Kelsey. He's not trying to look for a wide receiver. He doesn't trust the protection at that current moment in time, and it was cooked. So there, I thought that the pass protection overall was fine throughout the game. It was good to start out the game. Generally was fine. And then as Mahomes started to lose trust in what he was seeing, then everything went out the window and it wasn't on what the offensive line was doing.
Yeah, offensive line was cool, man. It's just that, like we mentioned earlier, Pop only getting 8 carries is inexcusable. It's trash.
That was nasty.
It's garbage. You averaging 6 yards a carry, you only getting 8 carries.
Yeah, that's
it is literally the only thing that stops Andy Reid from being the perfect offensive play caller, because he can give you the designs, he can give you the fundamentals, but he refuses to spam what he knows works well, and he doesn't do it when it needs to be done. But this is more so of a regular season thing than a playoffs thing, because usually he can get to the playoffs thing when he starts spamming stuff and stringing it together well. But he refuses to run the ball consistently when he knows he has an advantage there. Again, 5 yards a carry, and they gave him 8 carries. They refused to run the ball on 3rd and short, straight forward, when they knew they had an interior offensive line advantage versus their interior defensive line. Incredibly frustrating, to say the least.
It's like, what's the point of having this interior offensive line? We not using it, bro.
I agree.
That's what's killing me more than anything.
Completely agree.
Invested too much capital and money for that, bro.
I like the screen stuff. It's always nice when they dial it up right. Let these guys eat, man. Offensive linemen like to run people over. Allow them to run people over. Allow Pacheco to run people over, man. They had that 20-yard chunk on the first drive of the game, and then it was just silent. They just didn't run the ball again. And it's mind-boggling to me that we continue to have these issues. But you're coached by Andy Reid, and so that is the bad that you have to take with all of the good.
And it's annoying how you are throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 2. Like, in what world does that make any sense on 3rd and 2? Now, granted, yes, Rasheed missed the block, but you threw the ball on line of scrimmage like that. That's like a long developing play. Like, you don't run long developing plays in short yardage situations.
Hey,
I'm still bothered by that.
Hey, Chuck, can you put KL's last comment on the board? Not the Bucs Super Bowl one, the one before that.
All right, let me see. Yeah, simple as that, KL.
No, the one before that. The one before that.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. This
Why
one right
the fuck
here?
am I trading for a running back when we don't even know? Why would I do that? What does that mean? That's like, you know what that is? That's like me trading for a carbon copy of Blake Bell. We don't need to be having another Blake Bell on this team. Well, what's the point? That's like me trading for a punter. We already got a punter.
We barely need his ass on the team, man.
Oh, no. We absolutely do not need his ass on the team. That is true. That
Hey, yo,
has
did
been
you,
Man,
I've been
2 straight
crying
weeks.
out. I've been crying out for a tight end trade, and not no fucking Kyle Pitts bullshit, guys, because I know that's the first name y'all be talking about. An
Damn.
actual just veteran tight end that could come in to be the third tight end in this offense, because that could take your heavy personnel usage to a different level. And we saw some nice Noah Gray plays, but still, you could use an actual guy that when you throw the ball to him, and like, all right, well, let's see how fucked up this is going to be. Oh, he only dropped the ball. Thank God. Okay, it could have been worse.
Yep. And then Derrick Henry. Look, I saw somebody earlier in the week say we may need Dalvin Cook on the team too because he was.
Oh no, that was wild.
I'm like, come on, man. There's nothing
Streets
wrong
dead,
with
man.
Pacheco, bro.
Nah.
You're not giving him the ball enough. Simple as that.
Yeah,
Come on.
I don't see how you can watch the Chiefs play and think any of it is on Pacheco. Like right now, like he's so far down on the list. No.
Oh man, yeah. We didn't even get the Clyde experience today, which is something. Oh man. We got like one Clyde carry and that was it, and I'm shocked that
we couldn't do. It was too much shit going on for that, D-Mac. We can't have both, man. Not in one game, man. 5 turnovers and Clyde carries.
Yeah.
No, don't do that to me, man. Please.
It's a lot, bro. But at the end of the day, man, so I'm gonna go to the defense, man. Like,
yeah, let's talk about defense. There's some good things on the defense, even though they gave up a few things too. So let's talk about them.
Yeah, salute to the defense, man. They play their ass off. Snead, I want to get to Snead though. I want to get to the bad side. Snead had a rough one today, unfortunately. I know Country before he left, he mentioned one of those calls made him suspect on Snead. All the other times he was a little bit grabby out there. I ain't gonna hold you. He was a little bit grabby out there, But it did happen. It happens to DBs, Denver did a great job realizing, Snead was looking like was the weak point out there today, and they took advantage of that. And those penalties kept their drives alive, and they did a good job of milking the clock. And another thing that I want to point out is that Denver still ran the ball well today, because in that first matchup, even though we won, they had success running the ball. Mm-hmm. They just stopped doing it. But this matchup, Williams and McLaughlin, they had some good runs today. Whether it was running the ball, whether it was catching out the backfield. So.
And that's where the game plan, that's the game, and I hate to go back to the offense. That's where the game script comes into play. You change the face of this game if you're putting offensive pressure on their offense, not to just live and just running the ball. Because the defense got stops, it just wasn't enough because the offense wasn't scoring. And when you allow them to be comfortable in their run game, then you can allow them to get to whatever they want to. Just run the ball, deep play action, hope these guys make a few plays. Again, Snead is a very physical corner. He's going to get penalties occasionally. We saw it versus Justin Jefferson, but it also has the benefit of up a little bit and hopefully and you can have a good game. He obviously got for a few, and that's the reality of the situation. The defense, yeah, I mean he does, but all wide receivers do. They want the calls, and sometimes you get them. So.
I think we do need to give Sutton a little credit on that. I didn't know he was like number one in getting pass interference and penalties on him, or top. Maybe not number one. It was a good number though. You got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, he's a physical wide receiver and he can stack DB as well. He is a good wide receiver. You got to give him. Large. I mean, look, people are gonna be like, and I obviously have my issues with Justin Reed, and that's a totally different conversation. I have ungodly amounts of issues with Matt Dickerson being on this football team that I can't even get. But the defense to me was not bad. It was put in a lot of bad situations. And
I agree.
Reality of what happened today in the game. And it's tough because like the pass rush, when it was allowed to rush the passer, it was fun. George Karlaftis was running that arc, man. And you saw Charles Omenihu making an impact. Chris Jones single-handedly opened up a lane for Leo Chanel to get after Russell Wilson. It was there, but they just weren't given those opportunities. And that's where, again, we're circling back to it. The offense has to do its job so that the defense can do theirs.
Simple as that. And my thing is this. When your defense is out there for a long enough time, I mean, they eventually going to get tired, and Denver's eventually going to score like the opponent in general. They're eventually going to take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult to continue to play stout defense completely for a full 60 minutes. So, but I want to ask you about the Mac Dickerson, man. Okay, so I really want to know what the Chiefs. I want to know what the Chiefs was really looking at in Dickerson. They decided to keep him over Keandre Coburn because that definitely confused me too. I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't have an answer for you. That's Matt Dickerson is the Ben Neal of. Did y'all hear that or no? I don't know. Oh, Chuck has had some.
Is that me or is the mic?
No, it's Chuck. Chuck is having some terrible connection issues. Yeah, he's got to go out. But yeah, no, Matt Dickerson is awful. Shouldn't be on the team. Shouldn't be on the team. I don't know what they saw. Boogie, you have any comments on defense? You're on mute. You're on mute. I can't hear you.
On mute?
Now you're good. Now you're good.
I thought McDuffie had a pretty good game. I thought he was a positive. I thought, like you said, Leo had that good pass rush. Karlaftis. We definitely had a couple players have some bright spots, but just the penalties.
Yeah. Willie Gay was spectacular before
Willie Gay?
Yeah.
Willie Gay played good before he got hurt. I didn't even see an injury update on that. But Drew Tranquil, I thought he had a bad play early, made up for it with that strip on Russ. But like I think mostly what you said was the most important thing. They just was putting bad positions. When you get that bad field position, then Chiefs had one drive going into the fourth.
Mm-hmm. They got they had that punt at the first, and that was it. But defense, at the front of the half, yeah. I
mean, defense gonna give up some points if I'm out there that long, man. I mean,
absolutely.
85 Bears is giving up some points if they on the field that long. So yeah, I thought 21 points wasn't that bad. They played good enough for us to win. I thought defense still.
But I agree with that. And you had touchdown drives of 10 yards, 36 yards, and 50 yards. So
yeah, I mean, come on, bro. 30 yards and 10 yards, like that's points regardless from right there. Mm-hmm. Like no negative plays, that's points for most teams. So it happens, but this definitely wasn't on defense. I can't do that. Special teams,
bad.
We know what McCole did, but we got to give Justin Reed some credit on that block. I thought that was crazy. That was the play that should have got us right back in the game and would have been that game-changing play, but can't capitalize, man.
Mm-hmm. It was a good block. I thought he was offsides for a second.
I did too.
And he timed it perfectly. He was able to get back there. We mentioned Willie Gay. Obviously, he's a tailbone injury. We'll see what the injury report ends up being. I thought that he was playing spectacular. We needed his physicality badly. And people see the tweets and they're like, "Oh, he hates Drew Tranquil." I don't hate Drew Tranquil. There's just clear limitations to his game, and I don't get why people point it out. Like, clearly he's not physical. He shows a little bit of physicality occasionally, and it's nice, but he clearly can be run over. And that was evident in a team that had no problems doing that on a consistent basis. They wanted to run the ball in between tackles, and they had the ability to do so because of guys like Matt Dickerson and Drew Tranquil at middle linebacker. Now, Drew Tranquil still is able to play or make those plays sideline to sideline, as we saw fourth down with Russ. He's still able to sometimes get in the backfield and be impactful. He can sometimes slip some blocks, and he is a very good coverage linebacker. But it's better when you can use him in those more specific roles rather than relying on him every single down. As we saw today, it's a little bit more of a difficult proposition.
Yeah, and that goes back to how people just don't like Nick Bolton. I know it's cool not to like him, and they say he can't cover and all this. Nick Bolton is a better linebacker than Drew Tranquil, respectfully. I like Drew too, but he's not better than Nick Bolton. Like you said, he has his positives, but Nick Bolton definitely is way better in that run. We missed Nick Bolton a little bit today. I'll say
that. And this is ultimately what I look at defense as. Can you get the offense into bad situations? When the offense is averaging 5 yards a carry, you can't do it. You're not going to be able to stop them because they're just going to continue to run all over you and put themselves into good third down situations. And there's nothing that you can do about that at that point.
Yeah.
Nick Bolton is a guy, as your middle linebacker, with that physicality, is able to, not single-handedly, but make a significant impact on the run game to where you're a lot easier to get that offense into bad situations. Sure, occasionally he can be taken advantage of in coverage. He's still a solid player as far as coverage is concerned. And ultimately, if you're preventing the offense from getting into good third down situations, that means you're unleashing a hellscape of a pass rush, Spags blitz packages, and a great secondary onto that offense and making it very difficult for them to convert. So, yeah, Nick Bolton is a miles better linebacker than Drew Tranquil. I don't get why people don't like Nick Bolton. I'm a Mizzou guy, so maybe it's just because he's a Mizzou guy that I don't want to hate him. Possibly. Maybe it's just me. I don't get why there's such a rush to try and get Nick Bolton up out of here. That's just me personally.
Yeah, I mean, and I apologize if I sound a little different because my battery was low on my phone, so I had to charge it up. So if I sound a little different, I apologize. But yeah, man, I wonder if people really doing to quiet the noise on Nick Bolton now as far as like his skill set, because he's clearly a lot more important than what a lot of people think on this team. You know, I mean, Drew Tranquil, he's good for a certain amount of games, but you clearly saw today where Nick Bolton was missed. Because granted, like if Nick Bolton was out there, Denver's running game wouldn't have been as successful. And believe it or not, Nick Bolton, I don't think Nick Bolton played at all. Did he play at all in any of these matchups? Or did he come back for that Thursday night game? He came back for the Thursday night game, didn't he?
Yeah, he was there for the Thursday night.
Okay, yeah, he was. Okay. But I mean, he was definitely missed out there today. I will say that.
Hey, you might be right, John.
I'm sorry. What have you ever seen from MVS what made you think that he's going to go up at the net and get the ball?
I will say that should have been a flag, but I'm not about to complain.
It's Hail Mary rules. They're not going to call a flag at that point when you're just chugging it up and hoping for the best. It's Hail Mary rules.
Yeah, but he did clearly hold.
Oh yeah,
it,
he got pulled. He got.
I ain't gonna complain about refs. I'm not one of those.
No, he got pulled and tugged away from him, but it's Hail Mary rules. They ain't gonna call it.
And look, we know he wasn't gonna catch it anyway.
That's a damn.
Respectfully,
that's a damn fact. Absolutely.
Right.
No,
you're absolutely right.
I trust Justin Watson saying that, and considering where I was a few weeks ago, that's a lot for me to say.
Yeah, right. And like we have no right to complain about any officiating today, dude. No. Like we did not show up at all. I'm not saying the whole team, but the main, like the team that's got the stars on it, got more stars than on the other side of the ball. Yeah, we did not show up today.
We got our ass took behind the shed, bro. It ain't no refs, no excuses. Denver just whooped our ass. Like you said, it's 16 straight. Shit had to happen. Yeah. But if we look bad against Miami, we're going to start having conversations. So let's get this shit together, man.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it. There's no refs, nothing. You played. You didn't take a team seriously. You made consistent mistakes. You played awful on offense specifically. You put your defense in bad situations. Your special teams was trash, and you deserve to lose this game. And honestly, I said it in the second quarter. I said it. Yeah, I don't know. It was before the muff punt. I don't know which play specifically made me say it, but I was like, "Yeah, the Chiefs are just going to lose this game because they're not taking them seriously and they're making too many mistakes, dude."
Happy Halloween, y'all.
Trick or treat, y'all got a trick.
Hey,
y'all tricked off the game.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm talking about, what is it, 3 p.m. Eastern time, Halloween?
Yeah, that's the trade deadline. That is correct.
Okay. Trick or treat.
We'll see. Look, it all comes down to the price has to be right, and they actually have to be out there. I don't know. I think that's a very difficult thing to have.
I mean, well, Quinn, I thought Russell Wilson played all right today, given the circumstances. That's me personally. You know what I'm saying? I said the defense did a good job, but in spite of it, I thought Russell played all right.
He didn't lose the game.
Yeah.
Who? Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he was fine. Yeah, he made a few throws. He's awful compared to what his contract is, but he's fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's the same. Yeah.
He was. I was talking to my granddad earlier, And because this is like the second half of the game, and I'm losing my shit. He was just like, "Hey man, this is Russ's Super Bowl, man." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not gonna save his job though."
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on country after we get off of here, man. Cause I mean, I'm apologize for what I did during the show, man. Be the bigger man on that.
Yeah, that wasn't. But then look, you gotta emotions run high. That's good. Go ahead and apologize. We'll be back on Thursday, man. We'll be back on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm watching this shit over as soon as this shit over too, man.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely am too. I ain't gonna hold you.
So you say you gonna watch it over?
Maybe, Caleb. But what we gonna say if they look like this against Miami?
Then you have some issues. Then you have some real issues. Because once is a run off or a write off. Twice is a pattern.
Oh yeah. Side note, Willie Gay, man. I said this on the show many times, man. The reason why I'm hesitant to bring him back because of health, dog. He cannot play a full season, man. It's always something. And I know in football you get knickknacks. That comes with it, right? But I just hope this tailbone injury don't cause him to miss a substantial amount of time. I mean, if it's causing them to miss like this Germany game, then okay. But that's my issue with Willie Gay. I like the guy. I like his ability, but it's just questions about him staying on the field, man.
It's the money for me.
Yeah,
like I would pay him, but
the price has got to be right. And look, he hasn't necessarily earned a large contract, but it's going to be an interesting, topic of conversation because people do generally play or want to pay athletic linebackers to play bigger roles if they have the chance to. So we'll see. I'm gonna send country some barbecue. And we'll get it done. Man.
Yeah,
everybody tweet country and ask him if he okay, man.
Don't do that because that's only gonna piss him off more. Don't do that.
Tag Kingdom Cast and say, "Country, are you okay?" Please, please, y'all, please.
Oh God.
Yeah. So yeah, man. 6-2, we still top of the AFC. We still one of the top dogs out here.
Yeah. All that being said, we're still the number one in the AFC.
Yeah. So yeah, on to Germany, on to Miami, and I expect this team to take that much more serious this time around. At least we would think, but we're gonna see.
They're gonna have to. Tyreek about to talk shit. They're gonna have to, bro. It's gonna be different.
I mean, Tyreek been talking shit. He been talking shit for months.
Yeah, he gonna give us some bulletin board material, so it's gonna be a good week, man.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. We gonna get a great Tyreek quote this week. I don't know I don't know what it's gonna be about. It may be like Tua's, all-time accurate. We may get like Mahomes flu doesn't exist. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be spectacular. It is going to be a great quote.
D-Mac, what's the over and under on Tyreek Hill bulletin board material this week? What y'all got?
I think we're getting one all-time quote, and then we're getting two smaller quotes. We're getting one that you put on a banner when you enter the stadium, and then you put one that's kind of just on the bulletin board.
Yeah.
Are the Seahawks leading the NFC West now?
Yes, they are.
I'll be goddamn, they are. They are.
And 49ers got Jacksonville next week. I don't know.
Hey, look, man, it's been a very tough stretch for them. But we have our tough stretch. This game kind of was the start of it. Way to the Broncos. Now we got to obviously go to Germany, go to the bye week. Eagles coming up. Bills around the corner. Bengals waiting for us in the new year. They have to get this fixed. And play more consistently coming out of the bye week, simply put. Because there are a lot more losses on this schedule if you do not play the way that you should, specifically because offenses are very good that you have coming up.
Yep. Now I'm going to answer Quinn's question real quick. Quinn, the word's been spread around a little bit. I'm not going to put anybody's name out or anything, but the quote this certain player said, Tyreek is the best receiver I've seen on the field, so it don't matter what scheme you put on Tyreek gonna get his. So, I mean, there's not gonna be like a specific guy that's gonna be on him the entire time. The only thing you do is just make sure he's the reason that y'all don't lose the game.
Yep.
You have to. give extra attention to Tyreek, because that's always the first place that Tua's going to look, and not allow that offense to operate on schedule. If you can, and it's not even like a long schedule, if they don't get the ball out in 2 seconds, you can force mistakes, you can force incompletion, you get off the field. You have to earn the right to get to third down because the run game is good. You have to earn that right to stop them on their run game. And obviously, we've had some issues as far as that concerned. I'm sure McDaniel has a lot of stuff in the bag that he's going to be ready to pull out. So this team has got to be ready to come against the running game. You have got to be physical with them and find a way to take away that space and not allow them to operate on schedule, because otherwise they will kill you. But on the other side, if you do those things, then you can take the ball away from them, make a few mistakes.
Yeah, you put that you put that very well, man. Just gotta make sure Tua hold on to the ball longer than he's accustomed to.
Literally, the split is 2.5 seconds. If you make him hold the ball for more than 2.5 seconds, then you're golden. But outside of that, good Lord, the Chargers are already killing the Bills. Outside of that, then if you let them get the ball out on time, on target in that offense, they're gonna put some points on you.
Yep. And that's a little snippet of what we're gonna bring to you on the next episode when we break down the game. So we won't get to a little too deep, but yeah, there's a little snippet right there for y'all. With that being said, man, 6-2. Like I said, it's on to the Dolphins. Any final thoughts before we get up out of here?
Nope.
I'm ready to get this episode over and this game over. I'm moving on to Miami. So
It'll be a very interesting Tuesday. And I think this goes for around the league, not just the Chiefs. There are some teams that will be sniffing around pass rushers to try and bolster their defense. There are teams that are going to be selling off pieces. I think you're going to see some movement and some teams try to add some guys for the spread for
Yep. Boogie print.
Please. Tuesday, I hope I can hop in D-Mac Spaces on Tuesday.
We'll have, especially if the Chiefs do anything, we always have emergency spaces. So if the Chiefs do something, I'll have a space, or Lexi will have a space, or Jody, the Kings, Queens. If you guys do not love Lexi and Jody, or Mark Gunnels, we'll have a space, emergency space if they do it. We'll probably end up having a Monday night space or a Tuesday night space, even regardless, just in general throughout the week. But yeah, we will have our spaces throughout the week, and also we'll have Tell the Truth on Tuesday night. And if a trade goes down and y'all want to come on Tell the Truth, by all means, please do.
If we get D-Hop, if we get a receiver period, don't meet me there, beat me there, D-Mac. That's all I needed to hear, man.
Love to hear it, man.
All right. I'm not gonna hold my breath, Blake. That's all I got. I'm not gonna hold my breath on that.
I'm not either.
All right. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share on social media platforms. Till the next episode, we out.